So I was at the Target department store a few weeks ago, and I had just finished doing my shopping, and I pulled into a checkout line when all of a sudden this lady came up behind me, tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, I was just about to pay here." And I was going to just say sorry about that. And just when I was about to say something, she says, "How stupid are you?" And then she doubled down and said, "And how stupid are all the rest of you people?" And I was just standing there now, frozen, shocked, surprised, not even knowing what to say. And she just continues yelling and berating in the middle of the store. This random lady is yelling at me in a packed public place. And I was just waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, you know. And then she gave it to me when she finally says, "So, what do you have to say for yourself?" And I paused and I took a deep breath in. I looked her dead in the eyes and said, "I'm hurry." The lady looks at me astonished. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." She kept repeating, "I'm sorry. I can't believe I did that to you. Here, let me pay for your stuff." This lady proceeds to pay for all of my stuff, which was $75.15, all the while saying how sorry she was. And as she's escorting me out the door with my cart in hand full of my stuff that she just paid for, continuing going on, "Sorry, I'm so sorry, I apologize and sorry," I stopped. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "How stupid are you?" Deck the halls and not your family. Fa la 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 la. What's a comedian's least favorite drink? Booze. My wife said she wanted to see 50 Shades of Grey, so I grabbed the mirror and showed her hair. How do you stop a woman from choking? Back up an inch.
What you talking about, Willis?
The kids today. A dad went into his 15-year-old daughter's bedroom to find her smoking. "How long have you been smoking?" he exclaimed. Since I lost my virginity," she replied. "You lost your virginity?" he shrieked. "When the hell did that happen?" The daughter replied. "No idea. I was drunk." A man was lying in bed with his new girlfriend, and after having some really great sex, she spent the next 15 minutes just rubbing his testicles. It's something she just loves to do. And as he was laying there, enjoying it all, he turned and asked her, "Why do you love doing that so much?" And she says, "'Cause I really miss mine." This conversation was overheard recently while I was at a restaurant. Woman: "So if men have Hooters, why don't women have a restaurant where gorgeous men with six-packs and black sweatpants serve them margaritas and food? They could call it Woodpeckers." Don't you love it when you push a pull door and someone behind you says, "You gotta pull"? And I'm like, yeah, my next plan was to start lifting it from the bottom, jabroni. A big special shout out to the mom and dad in A Christmas Story, just chugging wine for breakfast. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Did you see the new ad for Canadian Health? It says, "Due to our overwhelmed medical system, snitches will no longer receive stitches." I repeat, snitches now go straight into ditches.
What you talking about, Willis?
Hey, why be moody when you can shake your booty? I got dragged into HR the other day because apparently telling your coworker that you knew that they were a C-section baby by the way that they avoid labor is not acceptable. The Tony Toons word of the day: oligarchy. Noun: a government in which a small group exercises control, especially for corrupt and selfish purposes. Patience. It's what you have when there are too many witnesses. Where do you take someone who has been injured in a peekaboo accident? I see you. One day, as I came home early from work, I saw a guy running naked. So I stopped, I rolled down my window, and I said to the guy, "Hey, buddy, why are you running around naked?" And he says, "'Cause you came home early." 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the substation not a deputy stirred. They were all on vacation. The stockings were hung on the wall with great care, right next to some t-shirts and old underwear. I was working that night shift, compiling some stats, answering the phone and feeding the rats. I opened the door with a creak and a crick and saw a jolly red fat man I knew was St. Nick. I had seen his picture a time or two. He was wanted, Article 27, Section 342. I threw open the door and commanded him to freeze. "Put your hands on your head and get down on your knees." But he turned and he ran. Up the chimney he flew. With me in pursuit toward Booth Street, I knew. When we got to the roof, Santa made for his sleigh, throwing down toys and blocking my way. As I got to the peak, he threw down some crack. I slipped and I fell, landing flat on my back. To my front, I was faced with a toy M1 tank and pink Power Rangers covering my flank. "On Dasher, on Dancer," he crowed loud and clear. Then I got off 3 rounds and dropped the lead deer. And I heard Santa say as he sailed into the blue, "Merry Christmas to all, and my lawyers will sue."